Hi guys, okay, so I'm going to do this wee practical and I've had to change elements of it because I've been practicing it myself and realised that paper does not work very well with this practical. So you're going to have to delve into those very valuable resources that at the minute that are called toilet roll. Toilet roll works fantastic for this practical, okay? So what I did, I got one bit of toilet roll and I just cut it in half, okay? So one sheet, that's all, cut it in half, alright? And the reason why is because we need it in a nice small strip of blue toilet roll so that we can put it into the glass, okay? And because I've got the other sheet and I don't want to waste, I'm going to actually do two different colours of pen, and feel free to do that yourself. Now remember, as I did say, biros don't work very well with this, so you need a pen that is non-permanent. So one like this that has the ink in it, or perhaps like a marker might work as well. Excuse my budgies, they are very noisy today. Okay, so what I want to do is, firstly, we need to draw a line across the bottom of the toilet roll. And we are going to draw it 2 centimetres from the bottom of the strip. So I'm going to do this with both of mine. Don't worry if it's not 100% accurate, just as long as it's around that distance from the bottom. Then with pencil, okay, not pen, because the pen will just run, because that is the whole point in this experiment. So we're going to draw a horizontal line across the bottom of the toilet roll sheet, like so. And I'll do my other one, like that. Now be gentle with it, because it does tend to rip very easily. And it's quite difficult to see the line, but I've drawn it 2 centimetres from the bottom and draw it horizontally, so just above where the ruler sits. Okay. Next thing, what you want to do is get your pen that you're going to experiment with. I have a black pen and I'm going to put it a little dot in the middle. Now be gentle as well with that. I've just put a hole in the toilet roll, and then gently write the colour that you're doing at the top. The same, then I'm going to do a green pen for this one, and again it's green, not black. Okay, so I've got my 2 chromatograms ready to go. I have my green one with the dot on the horizontal pencil line 2 centimetres from the bottom, and my black ink as well. So next thing, I've got my glass. I have the water in it is about 2 to 3 centimetres from the bottom of the glass. It's not super important how much water you put in, okay, so don't worry about that. But what you want is, you don't really want the water to be so high that it's going to soak the whole of the toilet paper. So we need to put this in very gently, and we don't want the water above the pencil line. It will run up the pencil line, okay? And I'm just going to use my paper clip here to clip that over so it doesn't drop in. Okay, and as you can see, the water is starting to run up the glass. I'm going to just put my other paper in too, on the other side. You don't have to, you can use a different glass if you want. Again, I'm not putting it in to the water so that the water is going to be above the pencil line. And you can see there with the green ink that the water is drawing the ink up through the paper. So I did do a couple of these earlier because, as I said, it was a nightmare trying to get the paper correct for this experiment. So I will use these to show you what then is your next step. So we'll put that one to the side for a minute. It'll take just a couple of minutes for that. So if you have yours already now, okay, or while I'm talking about my the chromatograms that I've done before. Just get that all set up and leave it, and whenever I've finished explaining this and we go on to the next slide, your experiment should also be ready. Okay. Whenever you feel that the water has drawn up the toilet roll enough that it's pulled the pigment far enough up the paper, but yet the water is going above it, then you want to finish the experiment. So for instance, this one here that I did previously, you can see how the ink has drawn up really nicely, but the water has actually gone up above the ink, okay? And then what I do is I draw a line at the top to show where the water finished. This is called your solvent front. Okay? That's really important. Because this becomes really important later when we go to do calculations. So the solvent front is where the water has finished running up the paper, okay? But you can see here, this is black ink. You can see the separation of the black ink into different colours. So we have like a yellowy colour here. There's a kind of reddy, yellowy tint in amongst this bit. This is a bit of a darker purple black, and then it starts to go into more of a blue colour. I mean, this is all from black ink, so black ink isn't just made of the colour black, okay? Now, mine are nearly ready, so yours probably aren't too far behind, so I'm going to stop these. This is the other black one I did, okay? And I'm just going to draw my line where the water has finished to mark the solvent front. Again, I suggest you maybe use a page to put these on because they are very delicate. My next one then was the green, and I'm just going to pop that down there, and again I'm going to draw on the solvent front. Okay, so you can see from this, or maybe not, but the green one actually has separated out quite nicely into a very, very light green, and there's a bit of blue there as well. In fact, this bit in the middle is quite yellowy green, and if anybody of you remember from art, yellow and blue do make up the colour green. So that is how we've separated out the coloured pigments in pen ink. Let those dry, guys. Then what I want you to do is just take a photo of them and put the photo onto the collaborative board, which is going to be on the next slide. Also, for those of you who are doing this for an assignment, so all my level 2s, please keep those photos of your chromatograms, and you can email them to me as well because they are important for the completion of your assignment, okay? Right, so we'll get on to the next slide and we'll have a look at all your chromatograms, and I want you to comment underneath them the different colours you can see in the different pen inks that you chose to experiment with. Thanks, guys.